All right, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, February 12th. We got a stacked show. The year is just flying by already. So let's just jump right into this one. My friend, first and foremost, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
For those that don't happen to know, they live under a rock or something, and they don't happen to know who you are, if you would please introduce yourself and let them know who you're here with today.
I am Chuck Young. I am the Chief of Police of the City of Victoria.
Yes, sir. And Chief, thank you. I know this is one of those jobs, you jumped into this thing, both feet, and it's probably like climbing a mountain a little bit, but
Right.
Word on the street is you are doing phenomenal. We enjoy having you out there. Things are going good, and I appreciate the rapport that the police department has with the community.
Absolutely.
You guys are, I don't think I've run across an officer that's rubbed me wrong yet. You guys are always just top notch. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the day is coming eventually, but so far it hasn't, and it's been great, and you guys have all been great, both the ladies and the guys, and I appreciate you for it. And so, but that's not even why we're here today. You guys have some really cool stuff going on that I wanted to talk about, and I think helps, bring awareness, which is a huge thing in our community. And honestly, I'm ignorant to a lot of this stuff, and I need the awareness. And so, what do you guys have going here with this great program?
Well, we've decided that we wanted to create or do a piggyback off of the ribbons, the awareness ribbons. For example, the red ribbon celebrates or brings awareness to heart health awareness. And the red souvenir collectible police department patch represents that red ribbon in a patch format. Every one of the months that we have is correlate and relates to a ribbon color of that particular health awareness. So it touches our department, it touches the community, and I thought what a great way to be able to get out more awareness is through a collectible souvenir shoulder patch.
Yes,
not to be worn or anything like that, but just to collect and to be aware of glaucoma, the awareness factor of glaucoma, the awareness factor of heart health. Next month is kidney awareness month. So, each of the months, as you can see on the poster, represents a health awareness that we're trying to develop and bring to the community.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you, I wish I would have run across these about 20 years ago, because in my young 20s, I thought I was invincible, bulletproof. I don't need to be aware of anything because I'm invincible. So it doesn't matter to me. At 45, I found out I'm not invincible anymore. Right. And it's ironic and thank you that you guys gave me this heart patch, because, I just had heart surgery last month. And if I would have been a little more aware of things previously, I maybe could have avoided some of the damage that I had to deal with later in my life from just being young and naive on things. And so I really think this is a cool deal. And there's a lot of these things I was looking through that you hear them in passing, but unless they touch your life,
right.
That's the extent of it. You never go out on a limb. You never try to find anything further about it. And this kind of puts it out there in a fun way that you can support the department, but also support a good cause. And these are great collectibles. I've got a lot of these from my dad, being highway patrol. And these patches mean something, because they're earned for you guys and they're not given. And so to see you all cross that bridge and try to bring awareness into what you guys are doing, I just think it's phenomenal. And my understanding is this is a partnership that you guys have with the Victoria Police Foundation?
Absolutely. They're the supporter of the project. They're one of the large supporters of the project. And, without them, without going through them, without their support of the police department in whole, this couldn't be done. None of this could be done.
Yes, sir. And that's guys, that's an organization we want to make sure that we support 100%. Is the Victoria Police Foundation. They do an amazing job with this. Where can I get my hands if I want to get the entire collection? If I want to do all this, what is the best way to go about getting these?
Well, what our plan is that you go through the Police Foundation. There's a Venmo account that's established. You can come to 306 South Bridge to the police department. You can buy them inside. You can use Venmo. You can use cash, whichever you prefer. But again, we wanted to ease into the project.
Yes, sir.
Do the first 2 months. So the availability of the entire 15 patch collection is not available in its entirety. We have to do them in steps.
Yes, sir.
But they're selling very well.
Well, I can imagine.
Very pleased.
They're very well done. First off, they look great, and again, I think the level of detail, of going through to find these colors to make this work is just phenomenal. I'm looking over your shoulder at some of these things, and meningitis. I don't think I've heard that since high school biology or something. I don't even know if I'm saying the right class. And so that's good. I need that.
It affects so many people in the community. All of these that we're supporting affects so many people in the community. Kimron was one of our one of our support youth officers. She died of sarcoma. So she's represented in a loving fashion. She's the July Sarcoma Awareness. So it's just basically to bring more awareness to an ailment, to a situation, to bring, I mean, what if we caused one person to go have their eyes tested to see if they are a potential victim of glaucoma? What if it saved their vision?
Mm-hmm. And people don't
Mission
really, you know,
accomplished.
we're always backwards where we don't worry about these things until they come right up and smack us in the face. And by
Yes.
that point, a lot of times it's too late and a lot of the damage is done. And then you're just trying to mend the fence instead of, you know, being out in front of it. And so I couldn't agree more. And the older and hopefully wiser that I get,
Yes.
I really try to put a focus on just what you mean as awareness and how can I take care of myself and my body and my community. And like I said, or what you said is, these touch lives and they affect people, and so to have that awareness, it can also soften your heart to be kinder that somebody's maybe actually struggling with this that you didn't even know existed until
Right.
5 minutes ago, but this has been their life and their world for a long time, you
It
know.
is.
And
Yes, sir.
and this is just, I know for the people that suffer from a lot of these things, to hear people say, hey, I care, you know, a lot of times
Absolutely.
that in itself just it matters a ton. And so I really commend you guys on this. I think this is phenomenal. And before I let you go, how are things going in the community? Everything going good? We see you guys out there. Everything going well? We know you got a new headquarters coming next year. We're excited for all that.
Very excited about that. The new public safety headquarters will be 2525 Main Street. It's a project that the city's actually been looking at for a long time. And fortunately, it's getting closer and closer to groundbreaking. Groundbreaking is on February the 21st.
Yes, sir.
With the projected is about 18 months for construction. So we're
I like
very
the way
much
you said
looking forward.
projected. Yes, sir.
Right. Very much looking forward to it. The rain may be an issue, things like that. So it's very exciting. It's a great time. It's a great time to be in Victoria. It's a great time to be on the police department.
One, I've been down there to you guys' old building. I think that
Right.
thing was built for like 50 people back in the like 60s or something. And
That's
so
right.
it'll be good to see technology catch up with you guys and
sir.
have some place to spread out a little bit. And is there anything that I'm forgetting to tell the people that we need to tell them about?
No, I mean the patch program is paramount now. It's the focus of attention that we're trying to get out. The awareness, get tested for the glaucoma. Get tested. You don't have to wait for the month to be tested for some ailment or awareness, but just be aware that they are existing. A portion of the proceeds of the sales of the patches goes toward that awareness organization.
Outstanding.
We'll be writing a check to glaucoma for the proceeds that we made for glaucoma toward that awareness program. So I hope it's a win-win for everybody.
Outstanding. And just one more time in closing here, the best way to get these, again, thank you to the partnership with the Victoria Police Foundation. Awesome job by them making all this happen. And the best way is you guys can purchase this at headquarters or through the Victoria Police Foundation. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. Chief, thank you so much for
My
all that you
pleasure.
do and for your
My
whole
pleasure.
department.
Thank
Guys,
you.
let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with our next guest.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back with our next guest, and I'm excited. I really don't even belong on this deal with them because they are just stars in their own capacity. But I'm very excited to have you all here. And if you wouldn't mind, we'll just go down the line. Please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with.
Hi, I'm Addisyn Turner, and I am the 2023 Victoria Livestock Show Queen Victoria.
I'm Amanda Traxler, and I'm the 2023 Junior Queen Victoria.
Hi, I'm Larkin Miller, and I am your 2023 Young Queen Victoria.
Outstanding. So, you got a hairy-legged boy like me that I don't know a whole lot of stuff about Queen's Courts and pageants and all this stuff. So, if you could educate me a little bit here, what is Queen's Court and what is this whole competition thing that you guys are doing? If you could tell me a little bit about it.
So it is a pageant that the Livestock show hosts every year, and we're pretty much just involved with that. We do hand out awards at the Livestock show. We go to parades throughout the year and represent them, and we go to all kinds of different events like volunteering, anything like that. But yeah, we just represent them throughout the year.
You know, I'll tell you, I asked you a simple question and you gave me all the fun things that you guys do, but what most people don't realize is the amount of hard work that you all put into this. I admitted when I heard about pageants and stuff, I was like, no, that's all, you know, people just walk around there, they try to act pretty and they walk off the stage and that's it.
Yeah.
I was wrong about that. These things are really cool in the fact that I believe these really help to set you guys up for future and for your futures, not only as an individual, but in the business world and stuff like that. Because, you know, I walk into restaurants nowadays or stores and they'll have a young person working the register and I'll walk up, hey, how you doing today? And it's, sup? Yeah. And they look down, they look away, and my head about explodes, you know? And what I wish is somebody would have grabbed that youth when they were younger and said, hey, let me teach you a few things about public speaking. Let me instill some confidence in you to go out on a stage in front of a whole bunch of people and go work a talent or go tell something. Like, that's not easy. No. And people think, you know, like me, it's just a pageant. You just got to go up there and be pretty. No. I mean, y'all are pretty. Don't get me wrong. You're super pretty. I didn't say that. But it's so much more work than that. And you guys, can you tell me a little bit about some of the hard work that you did to prepare to win this? Because you guys this is your year where you won the past year, and then this year you'll be crowning a new queen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to say this all right and get it right, but tell me a little bit about, and we'll just go down the line real quick, is, you know, what you feel this has helped you to prepare for life and some of the attributes and skills that being in this has helped you with and to prepare you to be a young adult in the world.
So with the pageant, every year we have to do an interview with the judges, and it is probably one of the most terrifying things because you're just sitting in a room with 3 people you don't know and you have to just talk about yourself, look professional. But that, I think, helped me the most out of everything. You know, I got a job this past year and I had an interview, and it's like, oh, I've done this before. I walked into the room, I held my head high, and the pageant definitely helped me with that. It definitely helped me to, you know, not be too scared to speak to an older individual or something like that.
You answered that perfectly. Young lady, what are some of the things you've learned through doing this?
Being in the pageant has definitely helped my self-esteem and my confidence. It's also really helped my public speaking. I feel like I can definitely talk to people better, and just being around people, I feel more confident in myself, and just in general,
You're rocking it. You're more confident. I can see it. You're doing a great job. Young lady, the young Queen Victoria. Yes, ma'am.
So being in the pageant has definitely helped with my public speaking, and definitely like with everything, you know?
Absolutely.
Getting on stage really helped with my confidence, and I just feel like talking to the judges has helped me.
It has helped. It has. You young ladies walked in here strong, confident, and that portrays, you know, people pick up on that. And I'll tell you, I own a company and I interview people for jobs. And one of the biggest things that's sad when they first walk in, a lot of them, is they don't know how to talk and they don't have the confidence then. And it's hard for them to get hired. But when somebody like what you said, I walk in, I'm confident, you know, my shoulders are pulled back. Yeah. I'm ready to go do this, you know. That comes across, and we pick up on that as employers, and we're happy to have those things. And so I commend all 3 of you on that. That's outstanding. Before I talk away all your time, though, you guys, these pageants, they also open up other opportunities like scholarships and stuff like that. Can you tell me a little bit about that real quick?
So being the Queen Victoria, being the oldest one, I get a $1,500 scholarship from the pageant, and that's just amazing, from the Livestock show and the pageant. That's just amazing because with college, I want to go to A&M. I'm getting automatic acceptance to A&M.
You need every penny you can get.
Yes,
yep,
definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be in school for a long time, so the scholarship was such a big benefit for me and my parents for the pageant.
Oh, I could not agree more. And I heard that they have weenie dog races there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I used to have a whole bunch of weenie dogs. Piglet was my favorite. And the weenie dog races are just fun. So that is this Victoria Livestock Show is coming up this Saturday, February 17th at the Community Center at 5:30. It's the Queen Victoria pageant. How does that work? Do all three of you all go in one night? We just do different categories, and then you'll crown a new queen, and then you'll crown a new junior queen, and you'll crown a new young queen? Is that how that goes?
Yes.
Outstanding. In conclusion, what has been your favorite thing? Your best memory as a year as a queen here. What's been your favorite thing that this has brought to your table?
Such a hard question because everything was such a fun memory. I think one of my favorite memories as Queen Victoria was at the Livestock show last year. We have a special livestock show where all the exhibitors kind of lend their animals to special needs kids so they can have a chance to show and have an opportunity to be in the ring. And I think that was so fun, being able to hand them awards and see like the smile on their faces. That was amazing. That's something I'll always remember.
Outstanding. What about you?
My favorite part about this was definitely the livestock show. The livestock show weekend, I got to watch all the animals getting raised and getting to watch them go out there and hand out awards. Definitely, that was probably my favorite.
How cool. And you, young lady?
My favorite part was the parades because as you wave, like all the little kids, they're just so happy to see you. And just talking to everyone on the float, it's just so amazing.
If they see you up there and they're thinking about doing this, but they're shy or they're nervous or they're scared, why should they do this?
They should do this because it really helps with your public speaking and it helps encourage you to be more involved in your community and stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Great answer. And the next time when they ask you what your favorite thing was, you got to say coming on Victoria Administrative Shaw. That's the next answer for the next time. But ladies, is there anything I'm forgetting to tell the people about this awesome thing you guys are doing?
I think just everyone should come out to the livestock show, come out to the pageant, and just don't be scared. If you're thinking about doing it or if you're thinking about somehow being involved in the livestock show, definitely do it. It's something I don't regret passing up. I don't regret not passing up at all. I've had an amazing year. It's definitely taught me a lot more than anything else I've ever done.
Well, ladies, I'm very proud of you for putting yourselves out there. Like I said, you know, it's easy to sit out in the audience and just judge and think things, but it takes a whole nother level of confidence and just willingness to go out there on a stage and put yourself out there in front of everybody. Keep doing it. It will pay off later in life. I promise you. You guys are setting yourselves up for victory. So good job. I'm very proud of you. Guys, get over and check them out at the Victoria Livestock Show, the Queen Victoria Pageant, this Saturday, Community Center, 5:30. Check them out. They've got scholarship opportunities, weenie dog races, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on. You did phenomenal. We'll be right back with our next steps. All right, guys, we are back. You know her, you love her. We're big fans of hers, but just in case you don't, young lady, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
Sure, I'm Brenda Tally. I'm the Executive Artistic Director of Victoria Ballet Theatre.
Yes, ma'am, and you do a phenomenal job up there. Like I said, we are huge fans. You guys have a cool show coming up this Saturday, or Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Yes, ma'am, February 18th. Yes, this Sunday. And it's a really cool show. And I want to make sure I get out right up front. It's not at its normal location. It's at a new location. So the floor is yours, young lady. Tell me about it.
We're excited. So this is very special for our season. This is actually, we're bringing a professional company from New York. The whole show is them. It is not our regular company. Just our ballet theater is presenting them.
So you guys get to take a break for once.
We
and actually watch and enjoy the show instead of having a lot of the stress
We'll
of
do some help
producing
with the tech because they're on tour, but yes, and we're really excited. It is at the Victoria Fine Arts Center, although the ticketing is all done through the Welder Center, and it's on a Sunday at 6 p.m. We're really excited. Ailey II is celebrating their 50th anniversary as a company. They are part of an iconic American dance company started by a Black history icon, Alvin Ailey, who's actually from Houston, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Or who was from Houston, Texas. And they're doing some really amazing choreography that is very historical in American dance. In particular, his piece Revelations. So we're pretty excited.
Well, you should be. This is a really big deal. And also, you said you get your tickets through the Welder Center box office.
Yes.
Not on StubHub.
No.
Because we've been seeing all these.
No.
Buy your official tickets for Theater Victoria, for Ballet Theater on StubHub. Do not buy it on StubHub.
No.
Ignore that.
Absolutely. Either go to the Welder Center website or to our website, victoriaballet.org, which will take you to the Welder Center. But if you do a search and the first thing that comes up is not the real link. for
Good,
sure. Yeah.
good. Well, glad to know that because yes, that we want to make sure that we send them to you guys because they'd be pretty sad if they overpaid for a ticket and then it wasn't a real ticket.
No, and you know they've been getting smart. Some overpay for tickets, and they are real tickets. They're just this weird
Secondhand somehow.
Yes,
I've never figured all
we
that
really
out.
tried to. I mean, I know the Welder Center works really hard to try to avoid that, but yes, and some just aren't real tickets.
If I've never been to one of these shows, I always like to say, you know, I'm a
Yeah.
hairy-legged boy. I've never been to one of
Yes.
these things.
Yeah.
Why are these things as awesome as they are, and why should I go
Well,
to it?
in particular, this is going to be a professional dance company. You're going to see a high level of skill and talent and artistry. You're going to see some, it's a mixed repertory, so it's lots of different shorter pieces. So you're going to see a piece like Revelations, which will probably close the show, which is an iconic piece of American choreography. When you see it, you'll know why. You know, it's like going to a play and seeing To Kill a Mockingbird or Gone with the Wind. You get it. Everyone can relate, and it's a beautiful piece. But you'll also see like the most cutting edge choreography going on in the country right now. They like to highlight new and upcoming choreographers in the business. And so you'll see that. And amazing, beautiful, athletic, gorgeous dancers on stage.
You're exactly right about all of those descriptions because, you know, my wife danced like a lot of young girls do, you know, through school and all that. And she was always telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, you dance. Cool. Like, anybody can dance. That's easy. So easy. Whatever. Wrong. We did that episode of Meet Victoria up there with you, and you put me through some like the third grade beginner stuff and about blew out my groins, my hamstrings, all that because there was so much talent to it. And these things is not just me going to the club and dancing.
No.
This is exceptional, artistic, well done. And I found out very quickly that I had no talent in this area, and I need to leave it to the professionals, you know?
Definitely high-level athleticism.
It really is.
And then it's so refined and fine-tuned to be, you know, on stage and tell a story at the same time. So, yeah, you'll definitely see some vertical.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
And those guys, you know, and the ladies, too, are phenomenally strong.
Yes.
Strong, you know, to get up on the toes the way it makes me hurt just thinking about it and all that. So, no, the level of talent with these things is just really neat, and to have that come into our community and be able to host these things and to help bring this talent in. And I'm sure, you know, while they would like to be on the stage, I bet your dancers are also excited for the possibility to watch somebody else here in Victoria.
It's great to have like professional dance to see here in your hometown. You know, when our kids want to see that live, they have to go out of town.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's nice to see it here.
Well, and again, we appreciate what you bring with the Victoria Ballet Theatre here because you open the doors of possibilities for these young ladies and men that want to do this. And you know, everybody says you can't do it in Victoria, but you can. And that's because of places like you. And so we're very grateful to you, and we appreciate all the hard work that you put into letting other people explore their dreams and their passions.
Well, I'm excited, especially with this company, you know, and back in the 80s, I saw this company on PBS, and it was one of the things that inspired me and let me see a pathway in the career. So I'm so excited to bring them here and hopefully do that for someone else.
That's outstanding. Way to give back. What is the best way for people if they want to keep up with what all you are doing? If I can get that sentence out. What's the best way for people to follow you? If they just want to follow the schedule, all the stuff.
Great.
What's the best way?
We're on social media. We're on the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok. We also have a website.
Huh?
We do TikTok
Get
every
after it.
now
All right.
and then.
All right.
Every now and then, yes. We also have our website, victoriaballet.org. But the social media is all under Victoria Ballet Theatre.
Gotcha. Well, again, we are big fans. We appreciate all that you do. I forgot to introduce very briefly my little co-host right here, Mr. You can stand up, Mr. Truman. I got you, dude. You ain't going anywhere, my dude. Here, I'll hold you. You're good. Hey, we tell them thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Yeah, Victoria events with Caleb Shaw. No, we're not doing that one. All right, guys. This is my son, Truman, big man, my little dude. I love you. Love you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.